everyone, this is Shannon Ray from Paranormal Minds. We're here with the MGPI crew at Old South Pittsburg Hospital in South Pittsburg, Tennessee. Come inside with us as we experience all the haunted and crazy activity that goes on here. It truly is one of the pinnacle holy grails of paranormal activity. You can't come in this place without experiencing something. So watch and tune in and see what we find. We're here at Old South Pittsburg Hospital, and Stacy Hayes, who's the new manager of the property, is going to give us a tour of the property and to tell us a little bit about the hospital.
Photobomb.
This hallway was basically former patient rooms. Everything in here, everything on this floor was everything. Womb to the tomb, basically. Surgery, orthopedics, OBGYN surgery, geriatrics, if they didn't have anywhere else to put them, was all on this floor. Just a very active floor. On this hallway myself, I've heard people coughing. I've heard screams. I've heard crying along through here. And then here at the nurses station, which is the main nurses station when you get off the elevators, this was very active even before the hospital closed. They would talk about medicine carts moving, chairs moving away from the desk, elevators opening and nobody physically getting off, but they would feel the wind of like somebody walking by. There was a doctor that made rounds at 11 o'clock at night, and at 11 o'clock at night the elevator would open and he would quote unquote walk off, and you could smell his cologne or whatever, and they called him by name, and then he just, whatever happened after that. I've seen those blinds move for absolutely no reason. There's no wind, nothing coming in those windows whatsoever. And then down here's even more patient rooms. Down this hallway, I've had several groups, actually 2 groups leave in the middle of the night because they couldn't sleep. They would complain of door handles rattling. They would complain of people walking the hallways. They would complain of loud conversations out here, and there would be nobody in this hallway. Nobody. So they would leave. And so that's basically what's down here now. It's just all bedrooms for everybody to sleep in while they're here. The doors did a lot and go down to the first floors, and that's off limits because Doc has storage down there. I have a storage room down there. Patients have storage rooms down there. So we keep the first floor off. So let's turn around and back and go this way. I don't really know anything else.
A lot of stuff doesn't, we've never, even though previously when we had been here, there wasn't a lot of reports on things happening on this floor. Now the nurses station, a huge hub, but not so much on this hallway.
Yeah, I know. One night I was here, my daughter was here that night, and 2 of her friends were here. Well, it was one of her friends and her boyfriend was here. He was sitting over there. It was really cold outside, and it had also been raining. So the 3 of us are over here huddled by the heaters, and you know, he's just trying to get stuff stirred up. You know, he's young, doesn't know anything about this, and he's just like, I'm sick. How long does it take to see a doctor around here? I've been sitting here all day long. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all gonna let me die and be a bag of bones? I mean, that's exactly what he was saying. And then about that time, that whole row of blinds started moving.
Yeah.
And the 3 of us were just like, uh-oh.
Yeah, and that's a claim a lot of people. We've never experienced it, but I've heard
They were moving yesterday.
Oh, you and Chris have experienced, but that was down there on that hallway though, right?
And, you know, the story has it that in the medication room over here, there was a nurse that passed away in there. They said she was a rather large nurse, and when she fell up against the door, so it took them several hours to get to her and get her out because they couldn't move her. So they said it's a very good hot spot too. I've heard of that door opening and closing. A lot of things here that goes on. Pins will move, chairs will move, you know, just odd things like that. Elevators we'll talk about on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
So this is also known as Shadow Hallway. See lots and lots of shadows down here. You know, you see them running, you can see them darting, they'll just show up and then they'll disappear. This was the old echocardiogram room, heart echo. And in this room is something that I know all about too well because that high chair sitting in there was mine. And I will be 47 years old 13th of February. So that high chair is 46 years old and it looks it too. It may be old, but I am not. I'm not going there. I've got too much to do. And it's, you know, not a whole lot I don't think goes on in there. I've heard maybe people get a few EVPs, but nothing moving, nothing anything like that. And then down this down this hallway, we get a lot, like I said, a lot of shadows. You get a lot of a sense sometime of you're walking up on something that you shouldn't be in front of, or that you, like a conversation going on that you're going to interrupt, or just a genuine sense that you're not wanted. You get that right here sometimes. And then more patient rooms this way. We've had the tricycle move, we've had the ball move. A lot of voices here. A lady, my daughter's friend saw a lady dressed in a hospital gown standing there, and then she just disappeared right in front of her face. And at that point, she was ready to go. Here's the old X-ray film room. The films or looked at them or whatever. You can probably get a lot of stuff in here too, because it's all connected to X-ray. The china cabinet, of course, did not come with the hospital. It was brought up from downstairs by former management.
Chris, do you want to tell Stacy about your experience that was over here? Because it was pretty wicked what they experienced.
Well, when we got, it's still in here. Yeah, it's in here. We found something. A mountain bike.
That's cool.
Some bicycles.
It's going to be mine when it warms up. Drive some of this fat off.
You can ride it up and down the hallway. I'm kidding. I'll cut that out.
Yeah. Who knows? I might someday. Anyway, this was all the geriatric wing down here. And they took 2 rooms out and made them a day room. And I can tell you one night they made me bake down here, so they put me in the wheelchair. And I wasn't physically moved, but I knew something was around. It just felt uneasy. And then this ungodly odor, like somebody had just pooped all over the place. Very foul smelling, hit the whole hallway. And it was after that we left.
What happened to you guys in there? I was in there.
Was in here.
With the...
This is the one I was telling you about the blind. When you told me the blind story, this is the one where they were literally being picked up and slammed.
Yeah. That's not the first time I've heard that either.
And Kim was standing there with a cup of coffee.
That was in that room.
In this room. She was standing with a cup of coffee, and they saw hands come around over, like she was like this, and they saw hands come around over her. I unfortunately was doing a breathing treatment because I was up here with bronchitis that day. But yeah. So this is the geriatric area right here.
Yeah, this is the geriatric area. You know, and then this is just set up just for whatever, because that's some of Doc's antiques in there, and we actually have a table like that in our pediatric office now. We don't have anything new down there. And then this room, I don't know if this stuff belonged to patients. I'm not going to say it did. I'm not going to say it didn't, because I physically don't know. I actually don't know who it belonged to. I know that there's been apparitions in this mirror of whatever. I know that they've gotten a lot of EVPs in this room, so might be a hot spot for you. This one over here just has an old type sitz bath, whirlpool bath in it, like from like 100 years ago. They don't make them like that anymore. I've never heard about anything in that room. This one's locked, and we don't know why. This is a hot spot. Get that open. I know one night when Tim was here, my son-in-law was here, he was sitting right here, like right at the edge of this door. Tim was sitting in the floor where that chair is, and his friend Chris that was with him was right here. He had the headphones on doing an EVP, session listening, and I was sitting on top of that desk. Tim's down here asking questions, and he's got like 20 meters down here in the hallway in front of that X-ray room down there. And we're just all sitting here watching it. He's asking questions, and he said, "Why don't you just walk by me? Why don't you just do show yourself?" And about that time, in my ear, I hear, "I'm doing it now," and they picked it up on voice recorder.
Me and Chris physically heard disembodied voices on the hall.
Stacy, this room when previously was not accessible to any investigators.
It's just an old office, just an old
It was locked, they wouldn't listen.
This was Bud and Evan's first room to have anything stored in here when they first cleaned it out. This was also the first door that slammed in my face.
Wow.
As I was coming down the hallway right after Doc bought the place and we got it cleaned out, we put some stuff in here, but it was this door, and it just as pretty as you please, just closed, and there was no breeze in here just like there was today, and I'm like, time for me to go. That was years ago.
Yeah.
A lot of these doors on this side are open. Some of them go into the lab, like biohazard, I think that goes back into the lab.
Yeah, it does.
This room right here, I don't think I've ever been in this room. I'm not going in this room. When you turn the lights out of this hallway and it's really active in here, it's so dark you can't even see the doorway here. It's an ungodly and an unnatural dark black weird feeling. This is the room that when I walked by one day I heard my name and it sounded like a snake. It was Stacy. And that was the day that I turned around and went back out the door.
Yeah.
I'll be back later.
Is that coach?
No, that door closed back. It had it has a slow spring loading thing back.
Yeah, but that day because it was propped open, there was no reason for it shutting. None. We could debunk anyway. And then this This room is the same way. I've heard growls in here. I've been growled out in this hallway, coming down. And where we're fixing to go over to the Tracy City Clinic, that is one place that once the sun goes down, I don't like that area. I don't want to go in there. I don't go near that place. But the two holes up there at the top of the door was glowing red one night. I mean, they were like fireball red. They were as red as my jacket one night. And I kept seeing them, but I wouldn't say anything. And I wasn't the only one that noticed them either. Several other people also noticed them that night. And this is one place that I
I
won't.
heard that. I heard it, Chris. I thought it was you. I heard it. 1 second before that.
I don't doubt it.
I had to look back on the recorder about a minute ago. We heard like a one like that, and I thought it was Robin, but it was not.
This is not a hallway that I would do any provoking in. This is a hallway that you know that the atmosphere changes quickly back here. There's two bathrooms back here that don't use them because they're broke.
Christopher Sharp. Thank you.
And of course they brought the wheelchair back here too. So can you move?
You know, I know that you say that already.
And of course we come into
11 years.
the pharmacy.
Did you hear that? It was a ball.
I heard there's a lot of things that goes on in the pharmacy here. I've heard from one of the last groups, 2 groups ago, I guess that the filing cabinet, one of the doors opened by itself. And they're not easy, one of them's stuck and it's not easy to open. It's the one that's not easy to open. Just kind of opened by itself. And then here's where all they mixed all the medicines up. They kept a lot of the medicines back there. So this is a pretty good active place too. And every once in a while you will smell cigar smoke. It has a very distinctive smell to it. It has a very distinct flavor to it. When you smell it, you'll know it. It's not bad.
No, I'm talking about.
Chris is on this new kick now. He thinks he's like a PIMP and then he used to walk around smoking cigars. So the man who doesn't even smoke now smokes cigars like a thug.
Everybody knows you want to inhale a cigar, we can see it.
All these rooms here are nothing but exam rooms from when the clinic was open. Am I hearing things?
No, that was
Okay.
We heard a female one
Tim
from
and I were here, Tim Newland from Ghost City Tours, we were checking the windows one night, and down in this very last room, before that archway, he had opened the door to check the window.
Which
and
the one on the left or the right?
the right side, this one. He opened that door and went in to check the window, and he turned around and he said, "Did you hear that?" And I'm like, "I heard a growl." And he said, I heard footsteps." And I said, "Let's go. I'm done. Let's go."
Yeah.
That one has charts in it. I know that one has charts in it.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we've been here all night, then them lights are on, and next morning, it's like a red light.
No,
not
there
white,
shouldn't
it's
be.
red.
There shouldn't be anything on like
I
that.
think there's wind comes in that door is what we're hearing.
They do. Some of them, but not back there by X-ray. It was a female window.
Because I keep
Yeah,
hearing
that's
it
the
there.
thing. You're not getting any air
And
movement.
it's also
in
not
here.
windy.
All the windows are closed, and the ones that are closed like that, every one of them on this side are boarded up because this is the ones you see from the parking lot out in the back.
How was the
You
door
heard that?
closing?
How was the door closing?
Where we're going is not my favorite place,
You got her.
but this is my house.
We must protect this house.
There you go. That's what you say. How do you like filming my back?
I don't know, but our viewers don't want to watch Chris Sharp's back.
You get a million hits on
At
that.
some
Not
point
really.
in time, and it may go online, I'm not sure if Tim's ever going to put it out there or not, but there was something happening here. It lasted 30 minutes. I audibly heard my last name, Hayes, and then it was get out twice, very loud. All 5 people heard it, and then it went from there. I mean, it told us things about ourselves that nobody else should know. Back in here, this goes back into medical records, where basically all of them are stored. This was also not only medical records for the hospital, this was also medical records for the clinic as well. Shadow on the floor. I think I know what's from.
Go to there. That door right there.
Alright, this back here is very active too. I can tell you that corner is very active. I can tell you people have been pushed in here. They have, you know, been, I don't like to use the word attacked in here, but they've definitely felt a presence in here, and it's not been nice. There's been a lot of growls in here. There's been a lot of get outs in here.
Y'all stop it. Hang on, I'm just gonna have a minute. Y'all gotta stop. I can't handle it.
This corner too is also a hot
Good thing I
spot.
wore my tights.
You don't understand. I want you to do something like that. I
Yeah.
want to keep my pants 3 times.
Yeah, I've heard this corner here is a hot spot. There's a chair over there. If anybody's brave enough to sit in it. You know, sometimes you have to come in here and let the floor settle because those things still move just from the movement of the floor. And you can get EVPs and things in here at night. Yep, that's where you belong, right there in the corner.
He
That's
does.
where the bad song goes.
Exactly, and that's where he needs to be. Like, there you go first, y'all. Since he has the camera.
And
Y'all go ahead.
just because some of y'all haven't been here before, I will go this way.
I'm sorry, there's still left. If Chris grabs Cody's butt one more time, I'm probably gonna pee my pants. Okay, okay. Help me.
Help you.
And this is the,
Chapel. Cafeteria.
no, this is the, this was always, as far as I know, this was always the chapel down here. Now, how in the world people got down here, unless they came into the courtyard, I don't know. I don't have a clue. Or it could have been storage, but I've always been told it was a chapel.
Yeah, the first time we ever came here, we came down here and this door was unlocked, wide open.
That's surprising.
But we've never had anything down here. The first time we were down here, we spent hours down here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they
that
had said it was so active, and we never had anything
Might be
down here.
I've never heard it is or it isn't. I don't know.
It's not.
So,
We spent hours down here.
but anyway, it's here if you want to use it. If not, that's fine too. Although that door does go to the courtyard, but we're not going to use it. We're just going to leave it locked.
Sir, no, I'll walk. Thank you, babe.
That's a 1900 wheelchair.
I'll walk. Thank you, babe. Where's Cody?
Yeah, these doors here go into the main lobby. When the public would come in, like to go to the cafeteria or whatever, they would come through these doors. All the maintenance workers would come through these doors. Maintenance, the equipment room, the elevator thing is in that room, but don't go in there. Don't let anybody in there.
Yeah, we don't think we'll been that way.
No.
Because it's been blocked up for a long time.
Did you guys shut back on? Hang on one second. I'm trying to help Cody.
Was in here one night.
Here.
And he went nuts back there.
I got that on.
Okay.
That dog was absolutely crazy running back through here. He was chasing something, but we never found what he was chasing. There was no cats, no animals, no nothing in here that day. Nothing. Wow.
Let me squeeze by y'all.
This was the old cafeteria.
Good feeling, Chris.
And Doc had let somebody put these pews in here, but when Tim and them come back, we're gonna chainsaw them and burn them.
Heck yeah.
Clean that room out.
Burning. Light it up.
These right here, I guess y'all know, they're from that crappy Boo Fest. All that's in them is hay, so we're burning those.
Yeah. Or you can always call Stephen Fricks and tell him to come and get them. Because that's what he did.
We did that, we didn't do too good of a job, huh?
This is the kitchen, right?
Yeah, this is the kitchen area. That over there is the, where it says do not enter or not an exit, that's the doctor's private dining room that was back here. This hall back here was where all the cooking took place. You know, here's your hood vent system if you know anything about restaurants. And there's also one in that other room over there too. And I'm sure this is where the ovens and maybe the deep fryers and stuff were. I'm sure.
We were in that room that we're gonna set up, used to be the old break room. One time we were here, we were down here and we heard slamming, I kept hearing slamming.
Yeah, we kept hearing it and we were like, where the hell is it coming from?
And it was coming from under us, and what it was, the only thing we can think of, it was that cooler door. It was opening.
They
and
started
slamming.
opening and closing it, and I was back. I was standing. Me and his wife were in the area where it was happening at, and it sounded exactly the same. And it's just opening and closing that freezer door, opening and closing.
Yeah, I've had a group say they got locked in there and said it's not physically possible to get locked in there.
No.
You
But
just got the push open.
it is, but it was like somebody was on the other side of it and they couldn't open it.
Holding it.
Yeah. Anyway, here's the steps to nowhere. That's what I call them anyway, the blue steps. And those doors there go out to that covered porch that you can see because your break room now is right above those windows
Yeah.
where the curtains are. So this is the doors, when we start to clean out the basement, that's the ones we'll be using.
Yeah.
I got the key to that too. All right, who's got the flashlight?
I do.
Okay.
We all do now. Here, Stacy, have this one.
Ooh, thank you.
There you
Of course, everybody knows this is just a boiler room and, you know, whatever. I heard somebody say this was the incinerator where they burnt everybody. I don't think they
go. No,
did.
they did not.
No, I know, they didn't. But it was the boiler room back here, you know, a lot of heavy equipment back here.
And my phone's about to die.
And
I think that
I'm
was
telling you,
things
mine.
like that.
It happens that quick here. It's
I don't
like
know
under an
what-
hour.
I don't know what, if there's anything that's actually happened, particularly in this room. I don't know of anything, never been told of anything. But back here, not one of my least favorite places.
Shannon, nobody wants to sit back in here.
Who am I here standing up already? Back here. This, of course, is the old maintenance area. And there's a lot of things that supposedly go on back here. Things get thrown, people will be sitting at the table and things will come flying out of these bins. Be screws, I think there's some on the floor now, of being thrown at you. So I tell everybody when you're down here, please cover your eyes, because if you're down here in the dark, you can't see anything coming at you. Also, one night, Rick from Go City had a laser grid set up right in this area facing that wall. And something really big and dark walked across the room, through the laser grid, and out the wall.
Wow.
And one person complained, one of the groups that actually left early said that one of them actually got sick. They had to leave down here. They felt physically sick. One of the cable guys that I'll tell you about on the third floor was down here. And he said his chest was hurting, his head was hurting. He felt like a ton, that he was just not supposed to be here. They couldn't wait to get out of here that day. And also, this is where I dispel the rumor of Jim. He did not commit suicide in this building. He did not commit suicide down here. He did not hang himself. The man was so lazy he wouldn't take a bath. And he was not the caretaker of this hospital. He refused to take care of himself, much less anything else. And I know this how, because his mom and my dad were brother and sister. So he was actually related to me. And he is the reason I'm no longer married, because my husband left. But I do know that people have sat here and played cards. They've had things thrown at them. Of course, they've had their keys moved. They've been told to get out down here. People have felt really sick down here. They felt really heavy down here. It's like I said, it's almost like the cartoon where you can take your finger and cut the circle out.
Yeah.
It gets that thick down here at times. There's many, many times that I've come down here on tours and I'm just like, I gotta make this quick, make this fast, because I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
And I almost feel claustrophobic, and I'm really not that way. If I can fly on a crowded airplane, I'd be about anywhere.
Yeah.
But this is very, very active sometimes at night. There's a lot of shadows down here. You hear lots of whispers down here. Some of the EVPs that you pick up are from the maintenance man, and he was of Cajun descent. So if you hear anybody with a Louisiana accent, that's your maintenance man. You'll know Jim, because Jim cusses everybody and he puts F in front of everything, so That's his favorite
I
word.
sent her the one that says that I want to kill you. She said that sounded like Jim.
But see, my thing is, it almost sounds like what Dracula to me would sound like. I want to kill you.
Like it had an accent.
Yeah, and I can also tell you that when that Tuesday night, when everything happened, and Tim was asking me questions, do you mean me harm? Do you want to hurt me or kill me? And it very plainly said yes.
Oh yeah. Wow. That's
That has happened in this hospital. Oh, we do have a bat down here somewhere.
Oh yeah, there is. There is that
That was
bat.
some down here last time we were here.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, in case you had to take it, shows up tonight. Sorry.
Cody's real good at that.
Cody Casey is. He
No,
is.
Cody shouted, there's something down here. It was a bat. And it flew in my
Oh
face.
yeah, that's right.
Had
The
the-
Hopkinsville.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Anybody stomach growling?
No.
I didn't hate
That
it.
corner. But this is where there supposedly is a naughty nurse down here who likes to grab people.
That was Cody whispering.
Coachy and feeling, touchy-feely, and likes women too. So you know where the guys will be hanging out later.
Yeah. I know the only place Chris Sharp's going to be hanging out all night.
Where's that?
Third floor.
And this is the dumb waiter.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where when we drop our camera cord, guys, it's going to come out right here.
And of course back here is just all storage. Old paint cans we got to get rid of. Things like of that nature in here. Got a lot of things I could probably sell if we don't need those. I don't know how many toilet paper canisters back here.
Oh, you can get a pretty little penny for those too.
Yeah.
You can get probably about $20 a piece.
And also, all these rooms are open. Just be careful, don't keep anything up back here. This is where the dog was running wild. This is where the dog was chasing something.
Huh.
I didn't know we even been in these rooms.
I've known. They've been cleaned out a lot though. Because this used to be all the way full.
It's time for the magic.
What kind of magic you're talking about? Hello? One of these days someone's gonna say hello back to me and I'm gonna run.
Someone break that refrigerator.
Okay, oh no. Anyway, the infamous third floor and the infamous elevators on the third floor. Back in here, when you get off the elevators when the hospital was open, it would always say do not enter, surgical, whatever, because from here back was actually the ORs. This was life and death back here, from the womb to the tomb, literally. Because labor and delivery was back here, surgery was back here, endoscopy was back here. One of the ORs. And there was like two or three people sitting on that bed. There was a couple over here, one or two over here, but 6 of us all together. And one of the girls over there felt like she couldn't move, like she was being forced and held down. And no sooner did she say that I went, ow, and I was layered up. I had like 2 or 3 layers of clothes on that night. And I felt like I was burning right back here. And then when I went to check, I had 2 bruises that looked like bite marks. Fatal marks. I mean, yeah, they were perfect circles. I've had that happen.
Oh yeah, we'll talk through it.
And I believe this one and these 2 were the labor and delivery rooms.
That just closed by itself.
No, it doesn't surprise me. Anything that happens on this floor does not surprise me. Wow. Yeah, there's that other chair down there.
For the what?
Thing on the back of our
Same
shoe
even
was
goes
burnt.
for us? This came out of that came out of this room.
Wow. That's cool.
Chris used to say even the ghosts prefer me because in that room, the ghost wanted to talk to him. And I took it from even the ghosts prefer me and turned it into even the ghosts prefer us.
This is one of the labor and delivery rooms / operating rooms, C-section room, whatever. This room, we've heard a lot of babies crying in it. We've heard a lot of women screaming in it. Because anybody that's had a baby knows it's painful.
Yeah.
It hurts. So you're going to hear a lot of that in there. And also, when Doc first bought this hospital, and there would be no cloud in the sky, it'd be a perfectly sunny, beautiful, beautiful day. Could not explain it. There would be wet baby footprints on this floor. Wow. About a toddler, about 2 or 3 years old, all over this floor. Nobody's ever been able to explain it, have no explanation for it, and it still happens. But the outside of the nursery, because there's curtains in there, and the curtains started swaying one day, and there was nobody in here. There was only 3 of us in the building, and we're all on this hallway. We're all 3 seeing it. Y'all go in there if you want to. I'll go in there.
This is the nursery right here.
Yeah, this is the nursery. And also the high chair that's in there now with the bear on it belongs to my kids.
I can't get in there that way, can I?
Huh? No, you gotta go on over there. What was that little place right beside? Was that like a kitchen where they wash their hands and get food?
Swirling.
What's it looking like?
Tell you not want to go look at the nursery.
Can't see shit. There we go. Ain't much to it. Is that a guitar? What is that? That's a toy.
Hello.
Oh, well, hello there.
Before I go down the hall, I've told you the story about me having my head slammed against the wall.
Yes, you did.
Oh, Jesus. But my very first night, it was the very first night Ghost City was here. My very first quote-unquote ghost hunt ever. And I'm up here with Chris Allen. He's one of the guides. He's sitting in that chair that's down the hall right here. And I'm standing here with my big black leather coat on. I'm like this, got my hands in my pocket. And I said, did you hear that? And there's like 6 people up here. And they're all like facing that way because there's balls of light going on down the hall. And there's some facing this way. And they said, what? And I said, do you not hear that? I said, that is the cables to the elevator. And there's no power to the elevators, period. It's been cut. They've been cut off since 1998, and they're held down with the breakers actually held down with a steel clamp.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're just like, wow. I'm like, trust me, there's no power to them. Well, about that time, I don't know what happened to me. I don't know what came over me, but it was like somebody just punched me in the face, and my head went bam so hard that it scared him. And he, you know, he's done this for many, many years. And he said, and I couldn't see it. I hit so hard, I was literally, my vision was blurry. The doors were moved. I literally couldn't see for like 5 to 10 minutes. And I had a headache so bad, and then I couldn't move my neck to the left for about 3 or 4 days. I actually had to be treated for it. It was like a whiplash, you know, like a car wreck, like a whiplash. It was that hard. And Chris told me, he says, look, I don't get scared easily. He said, but that scared the hell out of me. And he literally jumped, and he's not a small guy. He's a pretty big guy, and he jumped up out of that chair. It scared him. It scared everybody on this floor. And it echoed so loud. I mean, it was like an echo all over the hallways.
Good God.
Do you have
any concussion or anything?
No. I never go get an x-ray, but I wouldn't rule it out. But I did have a little knot on the back of my head for a while. I really thought there was a dent in this wall because I hit it so hard, but there's not. But every time that you say that or you hear the elevator, something like that always happens up here. And the story with the cable guys is I was up here with them giving them a tour of the hospital, and they were all feeling kind of queasy and kind of weird down around the nursery. So I brought them here, and I don't think we ever made it down the hallway. But I was telling them there was no power to the elevators, and about the time I put that out of my mouth, it goes ding, like somebody's fixing to get off of it. And I physically had to take them down there and show them that breaker that's clamped down, and they left. They ain't come back.
Wow.
They had to send a whole new crew to finish the internet.
We actually had quite an experience here in this very area one time. We had a friend of ours fill in for one of our members that got in a car accident, wasn't able to make it. So he came to fill our spot, and we had a PX box up there asking questions, and all of a sudden the PX box said Officer Taylor. He was a policeman.
Oh, wow.
And nobody said anything about being a policeman or anything. And he said, who'd you say? And it said Officer Robert E. Taylor. And that was his name.
Oh, wow. See, that's the thing. It knows names, it knows girlfriends, it knows a lot of stuff. So, you know, that being said, and you know, this was just a patient room too at one point in time. It was a semi-private room. All the rooms on this side of the hallway are private rooms. All these were semi-private because they're much bigger, and you'll notice when you go in, you see that if you look at the top, you know, where all the stuff would have been, the oxygen and all that stuff, the lines. 307, infamous for shutting by itself. 308, one of Blake's friends, Doc's youngest son, one of his friends, was up here, and there used to be, I think there was that one back there, one of these rooms on this hallway. He was in there by himself, the door slams, and he comes out, and he's scratched and bloody all over. Something literally beat the daylights out of him.
In 308?
And in one of these 3 rooms, I don't really want to say the number because I might be wrong, but he won't even drive in front of the hospital anymore.
Oh my God.
I mean, it literally wore him out. He had handprints and everything on him. But 307, there's nobody can explain the doors opening and closing by itself.
Which doors was it that was doing it while y'all were up here in broad daylight, Chris?
This is, yeah, it won't open, and then you'll come back a few minutes later and it's wide open. And you know you didn't do it. I know that I've seen the footage of cameras being in the room, you know, the cameras being out of the room, and nobody being in the hallway, and you can still see it.
Wow.
Because, you know, do the split screen thing. So there's just lots of things up here. Seems pretty mild and quiet right now, though.
Do you see that right there? Cindy put a bear up here, and she told me to write that on the wall. Please do not move this bear. I did that.
Wow. Bear's downstairs by the maintenance door on the 2nd floor.
The history of it all.
Was there ever a little boy that got killed in this hospital? Did not know about it?
I don't know that he got killed in this hospital, but I do know the story of the little boy who was literally bitten by the copperhead, so he thought it was
Yeah,
worms.
that's what
he
they-
put him in his pocket. But I don't know his name. I don't know anything
They said his
about
name was Buddy.
that.
That's what they said.
So I must have brought this up here last night. What is it yesterday?
What?
That food tray.
This is Miss Nell's room.
Yeah, this is Nellie's room, I was told, and I do know that the night that I got hit, Chris was sitting on the bed, and they had one of them, don't ask me, I know nothing about this equipment, I'm learning, okay? I ain't even made it to Ghost Hunting 101, I'm still in 99. But anyway, Dad's sitting on the bed, he was asking, do you know who did this? And it, you know, a couple of the lights actually went off, but then it said, well, are you being told not to tell? And the whole thing lit up. So, and I was like, at that point, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
And then the blinds, well, we're moving. And then I don't think it's the floor. I don't think you can at all.
No,
It's
you can't. It's
concrete floor.
concrete.
But this is the one sometimes during the day you can drive by the hospital and these will just be swinging, they'll just be moving. And this is the very last room next to the road.
This either, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. It was. They had done this. It was not always like this. You said that, but Doug had done this. Before, yeah, he had done this. He did it, but no, it was
It
not
looked like
like
he was
that.
trying to run a camera or something.
Yeah, he probably was.
This is where
Because that's Chris. That's camera cord right there. That's camera cable.
Yeah, the bat, one of the bats was in here one night. So one of the girls I was with shuts the door and I said, what are you doing? She's gonna lock it in here. I said, why? The ceiling's open. You're not helping us any. You're not helping us out anymore with that. But I know there's a lot of EVPs and stuff in here. I do know that sometimes when people sit on the bed, they feel like there's a presence pushing them off of it. You can lay on it and sometimes there'll be an indentation where somebody's like sat on it. So, and that's really about all I know as far as this room. But there's a lot of know and there's a lot of don't know.
Yeah.
Hello? I'm
this is
back.
The last thing we did, this room right here was open and closing. We were sitting probably down where that door was. And it was open and closing, and at the same time we heard a man yelling at him.
See, it's pretty chilled up here now.
It is. I don't feel it.
But I felt more in the basement and back in Tracy City
Yeah,
than I did.
emergency room area over there in Tri-City was,
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were.
that's a hot
The
spot.
very first time we came up here, it was so heavy I couldn't even breathe.
Yeah.
I'll never
And I
forget
have
the first
felt-
time I walked in
I
this
have
place.
felt that up here. And I know sometimes the minute I hit the top of them stairs, I'm like,
You feel it.
yep. I'm like, oh, here we go. Thingamajigger.
Where are the patients? I'm looking for anyone who might be staying here. It might be a patient up at the hospital.
Time for your medication.
This man right here wants you to give you he wants to give you your medicine. I'm here to tell you you don't want whatever medicine he's giving you.
I don't like the one thing I told
What was that?
Let's go to throat.
I don't like the doors being open. It just bothers me. Like, I don't know, like, because you can't see, I mean, if you see a shadow, it might be, you know, from outside.
What the hell?
What, sweetie?
I saw like a light just go shoom.
Well,
That's
because
probably
Shane's
Shane's
moving the
dealing
damn
with-
laser grids like a bat out of craziness. Can you knock on something or slam a door or move something, please?
You've got to be kidding me.
What? Really? What was it just at?
It was full.
Oh my God.
Is that you draining our batteries?
Well, that's not very nice. You make me have to walk all the way back downstairs to get the other handy cam.
And put that one on the charger.
Yeah.
There's something right here. Like, if you get right here, there's like, it beams.
Where the hell are you? That ain't you.
Like, put it
There
on
you
the,
are.
Put it on the table right there, and you'll see it.
Yeah, it's fixing to die. It's done. It's toast.
No, I remember me and Robin on the road and listening to something there. And it was like beam, it would like light up. There it is, worst thing. If somebody tried to eat that one or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what you want to replace it?
The green one was dead, yes.
You need batteries in both of them.
Well, that purple one was pretty good because the only blind was coming down Nell's room.
Yeah, but
It's not, you can't see the buttons, Christopher.
Well, turn it. See if it'll.
No.
No, it's almost dead.
Sure let
It's
it.
bright as hell, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you go down there in front of it, it's bright.
And Shane, I think that K2 hit that we were getting on the front one
It was like,
was Cody's phone breather.
Yeah,
His phone.
y'all shouldn't have your phones in your pockets.
well, we had our phones because we were playing cards and sitting there and goofing off. And then we decided we were going to go investigate because people didn't want to get their butts up out of
You
bed.
need to watch out.
Hey, I'm tired.
Let me ask you. Where are we going? Y'all not gonna say where we're going?
This is Shane, Shannon, and Cody Shiver. We are going downstairs now to the basement.
Easy, Shane.
And Shane almost busted his ass.
Which way? This way?
Yeah.
Go, ladies. I think I'd rather be in the front than the back. Just get this awkward feeling come over me. What?
There's water.
Oh yeah,
That was cool.
that would have been bad, huh? What? What was that?
Before they walk you, there was a deep male voice.
Hello.
Twice.
I don't need to provoke him.
No, I don't think so. Robin.
Who is that? Is that Robin?
It's gotta be.
Somebody's singing.
Is she singing?
Hey, is Robin singing?
Your phone is dead.
Hey, is Robin singing up there?
Where's she at? Where are they at?
Where are y'all at?
I hear him. Tell her to talk a little bit quieter. Just tell her to please talk to just a little bit quieter because we're picking her up in the basement. Hi, how are you? My name is Shannon. And I have my friend Shane.
Your friend
Cody
Shane?
with me.
You just got put in the friend zone. Cody whisper. Sorry.
I still hear Robin. The female you hear in the background's Robin. It has to be. We've traveled a long way to come and talk with you. We had some other friends that were down here just a few minutes ago and you were moving stuff and they were hearing you walk. Can you do anything like that for us, please? What was that?
It's gotta be them.
I feel like something slammed. I hear Chris.
No.
I hear a cat or a dog. I hope. Did you hear that, Shane?
I heard it. It sounded like help.
I didn't hear it.
I heard two of them, like little yelps. Is that you trying to talk to us?
Whoever's listening to this recorder, you can hear Shannon's breathing because I have a mask on and there's not much I can do about it. Shannon moving. Can you come and tell us your name, please? We introduced ourselves to you. Can you come and introduce yourself to us? I think I heard a deep male voice say no. Unless y'all had a stomach issue.
No.
I don't, my walkie's off, Shane. He was almost dead.
What's up?
We heard it too, we thought it was them.
No, we thought it was y'all.
It has to be coming from where?
Above us.
I heard it just then. Ask him, did they do something just then?
Did y'all do something just then?
Come back.
Did y'all just bang on something just then?
Oh, we heard it too. They just got to be coming from the third floor, I guess, or either down in Tri-City.
10, fool.
Hang on, let me turn it. Hey, you guys go see if you can find it and isolate it and let me know.
Did you hear that?
10-4.
What? What'd you hear?
I heard like a bang in there.
I don't know, we were doing the walkie.
That's you banging? Can you do it again for us?
Who's down here with us?
You hear that?
That was me.
Okay. Who was that?
That was me.
No, I heard
Was that your
that.
stomach? It was like,
I was
"Meh."
wheezing.
Okay.
It's me.
Did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Could be them going upstairs.
Could be.
Make your presence known down here.
Here's something moving.
Me.
Is that you too?
Nope. That was over here.
What are they doing?
What the hell are y'all doing?
I know nothing. We just came out of the regular was looking at the third floor.
We'd hear that. Okay. I heard something like tink, like tick tick. Hear it again.
It's the water.
Back there.
Okay.
Who's down here? Show yourself.
I got my first flying ball of dust when you said that.
I can't lie, we kind of feel like you guys are kind of surrounding us and just kind of standing back, and we want to know why. We've been here. I've been here more times than I have on my fingers. Over 10 times I've been here. And I've never felt like you guys did this and were just surrounding us. What's going on? Are you pissed about something?
I think it's them walking upstairs.
What are you pissed about? Why are you so apprehensive? We heard that someone's down here hissing at people and throwing stuff at people. That crap never used to happen. What the hell's going on down here? Who walked?
Me.
You have any answers at all for us?
That's them walking upstairs.
Alright, let's walk in here this way and then we'll... Anybody got your tape too?
I do.
Shane, you want to take it and see if you get any hits on it?
What? There's probably a lot of energy right here.
It's this room.
Yes.
You gotta walk past this room. Keep going. Because this room has a big breaker from it's like the main breaker for the hospital. And it's gonna hit higher. See? And then get near that green thing, it's gonna peg out. This right here, watch, it'll peg out. See? That's what it is. It's always been like that.
Sneeze.
What?
I heard a voice before Cody sneezed.
Sneeze. What the hell?
Who said what the hell?
I did, because I don't feel comfortable at all.
What is that?
I didn't hear him.
Why would you throw stuff down here? Shooting, walking around, I'm gonna do a kicking sweep.
Why is the activity so low but the tension so high?
What's that?
Them walking.
No, that's banging.
That's walking.
No.
$10. I'll ask him. Yo, y'all banging or walking around up there?
Yeah, we're walking through geriatrics.
What did you say?
They're walking through geriatrics.
That's right above us.
Did you used to work down here? Is that why you feel you can take the stuff and just kind of throw it around when people are down here?
Why is this lighting up?
Huh?
There's no power to it.
No, there's not a ghost living in there.
Yes, there is. There's power coming from our cable lines.
I feel like this would be the room that a piece of tile would be thrown. Shane walking around. Okay. Watch yourself, Shane fan. Watch yourself. You don't know what you're working with.
Yes! Cody, there's K2 hits coming out your brain.
Is there?
I swear to God. I swear.
See, look, watch.
It's like 2 green lights.
It might be in me.
I'll back it up. It goes away.
No, it's still there.
Back it up. Goes away. Oh, Shannon, I got 3 bars.
I have a lot of things.
Metal plate you got in now.
Where are we at?
Basement hallway. Be careful. This floor's fucking
Oh, yeah.
wet.
You tired?
Huh?
You tired?
No, I just don't want to slip and bust my ass going to the truth. And if I go down, you're going down with me.
Hello. How do you do? Are you a living or dead person? Or impaired spirit?